Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my get ready with me for the month of, I guess, July, because it's July 1st. Maybe I missed June. I don't know, maybe I missed May. I've missed a month or two along the way and I apologize, but I do try to show up for a get ready with me around one time a month so that we can catch up. And for those of you who like get ready with me, these are for you. This get ready with me was actually specifically requested by my friend Nona. She asked me to do a get ready with me using all of the products that I have put into my Labor of Love It project pan. Thank you for that request, Nona. I really liked the products I chose and I like how they work together. And so I thought this would be a fun challenge. I have been doing a good job of using a lot of those products since I started that project. However, there are two products I haven't used at all yet. So challenge accepted. We are going to try and use all of the products in that project on me today, plus some other project pan items that I'm working on, and we might be finishing something today. So that's cool. I have had some comments in my last few videos about my lighting. Apparently something is wrong and I don't know what. I don't know what's changed. I did realize that I have like a chandelier in this room where I film. You're in my dining room. And the chandelier has 5 light bulbs and one of the light bulbs was burnt out. So I did just replace that, but I don't know if that's gonna help, and I apologize if the lighting has been off the last few videos. I know how frustrating and annoying that can be to when you're trying to watch somebody and the lighting is off, but I don't know what's changed other than that one light bulb. And you know, I have 2 windows in my dining room and a lot of light comes in or doesn't come in depending on how cloudy or sunny it is. And I think when it's really sunny outside, that can affect the lighting of the videos. It's almost better when it's a little bit overcast, and it kind of, I think my phone doesn't feel the need to like overcompensate as much, whereas when it's really sunny, my phone starts overcompensating, but I don't know. I'm just making all this stuff up. I don't know what's going on, but I hope the lighting is okay in this video for those of you who've noticed. And thank you for your comments. I appreciate, I would have had no idea that there was a problem at all unless you guys said something. So thank you for the feedback. The first product I'm going to be applying is the perfume that I put in this project. This is my La Vanilla Summer perfume. This is my favorite go-to summer scent. This and Indian Coconut Nectar from Pacifica. Those two are my go-tos for summertime. And I love it. I haven't used this every day since this project started because I am still panning other perfumes, but this is now, I'll be giving you guys a little mini update in here. This is now going to be the 6th time I've used it since starting the Labor of Love It project a couple weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. I don't know, on the first day of summer. So for my face, I've already primed and I've done some highlighting of my brow bone and I've done some color correcting under my eyes where I like to apply a color corrector. And I put a little bit of concealer on. I do have the cutest little pimple on my nose. It did go away, but there's a little bit of redness there. So I put a little bit of concealer on that. But next I'm going to apply some foundation. I did put a foundation in this project, and this is one of the products I haven't used at all yet. I believe it's a little bit dark, and I have been trying to finish the BB cream that I have in my 54321 project, and it's not quite gone yet. This is really on its last legs, but I've still been using this every day. So I will start by putting this on, but I might have to add a little bit of this in if this is too dark for me right now. I honestly don't know, but I'm not planning to really go anywhere today. So if it is a little too dark, I think it'll be okay. This product, I don't think it's available anymore, but it's got this weird like dropper, and it's a very liquidy, like serum-y type foundation. And I think what I usually do is just kind of swipe it on like that. It's been a long time since I've used this. Probably maybe since last summer, maybe the summer before. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's too dark. We'll see when I blend it in. And I've been so used to applying that BB cream with my fingers that I didn't bring out a brush. We'll just use my fingers. It's okay, right? Oh, see, it is a little dark, and I might have applied too much. This is definitely darker than the BB cream I've been using. I think the BB cream that I've been using is a little bit too light, but when I add in cream bronzer, which I also forgot to bring out, it all seems to work out. At least I feel like it does. I do have another full size of that Physicians Formula foundation in my inventory as well. I might have two. I might have two full size of those unused and unopened. I went a little ham when I suspected they were going to discontinue that product because I liked it a lot at the time. And I don't know if I was panning at that time or not, but seriously, if I knew then what I know now about how long things take for me, I would have never done that. I don't know why I did that. All right, it might be a little bit dark, but I don't feel like it's like completely inappropriate. Although one of the consequences of ring lights is they kind of fool you into thinking you look better than you actually do in real life. And so maybe in different lighting, I will be horrified and shocked. I need to go get my cream bronzer, so I will look in the mirror when I'm in there and just make sure everything's okay. Uno momento. Okay, it's not too bad. I can live with it. The next few products are not part of my Labor of Love It project. They are part of other project pans, but they are part of my makeup routine, so we'll do those next. First, I'm going to conceal my under eyes a little bit with my yellowy skin colored concealer from Edward Bess that will never end, it seems. I have been, I'm home alone for a few hours, hopefully. My husband took my kids to his friend's house. It's his buddy's birthday, and he invited them over to hang out and watch like a pay-per-view wrestling thing. And so I have been reading and reading and reading and reading to the point where I was just falling deep into a hole of reading. And I finally was like, you have hours at home with no kids and you could be filming. You have to get going. So I got up and took a shower, and here I am putting makeup on and filming. So feeling accomplished, but it is already 4:30 in the afternoon. I have been reading, I think I mentioned it at my last Get Ready With Me, but I had just finished The Nurse's Secret, and I had requested The Court of Thorns and Roses? Roses and Thorns? I can't remember. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen, but the first of the Court of books by Sarah Maas. And I read that first one entirely. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And I just picked the second book up from the library yesterday. So I've basically been reading nonstop since yesterday. Every chance I can get. I'm not going to apply too much bronzer because, like I said, this is already, I feel pretty bronzed with just the foundation. I'm going to try and go easy. So I've been reading the second book nonstop, and it's very good. And a swim mom that I'm friends with, who we sit together in the pool watching our kids swim every night for 2 hours a night. I'm there for 3 hours a night. She's there for 2 hours a night. She's on book number 4. And so we are reading these books kind of side by side, keeping each other company while we're reading, which is nice. She'll stop me and she'll be like, what section are you on? What do you think about this character? How do you feel about this event that happened in the book? And I'm like, I don't know how I feel. I'm still reading. So it's been really fun to be reading this book. She was the one who recommended this series to me. And when I went to go look for it, it turns out that the first book had been on my Goodreads like to read list for a while. But, you know, I have like 700 books on my Goodreads to read list. I'm not going to odds of me getting around to all of them are not good, but that one was on there. And because she recommended it a second time, I went ahead and dug into it. And now I'm completely obsessed with this whole Court of series. I've been enjoying it a lot. There's some steamy moments. If you don't like a little steam in your books, stay away, because there's some steamy moments, but I like a little steam in my books. I'm okay with it. I don't mind it at all. So I've been enjoying it. Basically, without giving the plot away, there's this is like a fantasy genre of like fairies. And all the drama that comes along with it. So I've really been enjoying it very, very much. So that's what I've been doing all day long, is reading that book. I know there's at least one of you watching that's been doing the same thing all day long though too. Next, I'm going to go into my cream highlight. My goal was to have this one finished by July 1st, and sadly, it's still here, which means I'm probably not going to meet the awesome goal of finishing this entire palette off by December 31st. It's okay. It would have been really cool to have this palette out by the end of the year, but it will be out one way or the other eventually. And it'll just take a little bit longer. That's kind of the story of my panning life. It's something I'm very used to. I'm used to that level of disappointment. It happens a lot. Everything takes longer than I think it will. Okay, the next step I'm going to do is set my under eyes with a little bit of powder. The powder that I've kind of designated as an under eye setting powder is in this Lancome little palette. I've been using this powder to set my under eyes, but for the last couple of weeks, I've actually been using the powder in my e.l.f. 100 pan palette to set my under eyes, because it actually works pretty good. The shadow is in my Beauty A to Z project pan, and I just wasn't getting it done. There was so little left, but I just wasn't using it because I've been using a lot of colored eyeshadow bases, and I don't need like a skin colored powder to set my primer when I've primed with a very colorful eyeshadow base. But I've been using it to set my under eyes, and it's been working, and look at what's left. This is another spoiler. This video is just going to be filled with spoilers. Do you see that little scrap of powder up in that corner? That's all that's left. So I'm guessing that's going to be gone in about 1 minute, and I will have to finish setting my eyes with the Lancome powder, because I don't think that's even enough for both under eyes. Although, maybe it is. You never know with me. Oh, it's out. That's it. That's what's left. Let me get a mirror and pat out my under eyes for Pete's sake. I should really move you guys in closer. I forgot again. How do I keep forgetting to move you closer? So sorry. Hello. All right, still got my little powder there. Let me just make sure I got all the powder out. I think it's gone. It's gone. She gone. You know that's going into my June empties. I know it's technically July 1st, but I haven't filmed that yet. That's going in my June empties. Very exciting. Oh, by the way, that is my 8th eyeshadow finished for my e.l.f. 100 pan palette. How exciting! Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more powder from my Lancome powder under my eyes, because I don't think that was quite enough to really set anything. Okay, to set my face, we're gonna go in with the third product that I have in this project, my Labor of Love It project. That is my It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination in the shade Medium. I've been using this quite a bit. In fact, this is my 7th time using it. Oh my goodness. And I don't see that stopping. I don't have any other face powders in projects right now. So unless I put another face powder into another project, this is the only one I'm using from day to day. And I do tend to set my face with powder every day that I do makeup, which is pretty much every day. So even though my goal for the project Labor of Love It is to use this 10 times, I think I will be using this every day for the foreseeable future. And who knows, we'll see how far I can get with this. It's still looking pretty new, but the words It Cosmetics are starting to become worn off a little. So I'm just bringing the powder down on my neck a little bit because of the colors, because my face feels a little bit darker than my neck. Okay, next I'm going to do a little bit of bronzing with my Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced. Again, I'm going to be pretty light-handed because I don't feel like I need a lot with the foundation, but okie dokie. The next product that is in my Labor of Love It is this palette right here. This is my Too Faced Sugar Peach Wet and Dry Face and Eye Palette. I set the goal of using this 10 times, and I don't have any specific goal as far as my camera crooked, doggone it. I don't have any specific goal as far as the 4 products within here. It's not like I want to use each of these products 10 times or any specific product 10 times. I just want to reach for this palette 10 times. So typically what I've been doing is like a blush and highlight. But this Peach Honey shade is pretty much untouched from what I can tell. I don't think I've used it at all. And I can't really tell if this is supposed to be a shimmery bronzer or a highlighter. I mean, maybe a highlighter for somebody with deeper skin than mine. Obviously, it's too dark for me. So I'm going to try it as a shimmery bronzer. I'm a little nervous. So I'm going to go in very lightly, just a little touch. Oh yeah, that's a highlighter for people with deeper skin than mine, or what we like to call eyeshadow. Luckily I didn't put too much on. I don't think I'm gonna be able to use that on my face at all. That's okay. Good to know. I learned something new today. I'm gonna go in with Peach Pearl and highlight. This is a pretty glowy highlighter. It means business. So when I have a very glowy highlighter, I do prefer to put them on first before blush so that it can tone it down a little. I think most people like to do that, right? I'm not making that up, am I? Ooh, glowy. All right, and then for blush, what I've been tending to do is just kind of bounce between the 2 shades. This one is so orange and this one is so pink that I keep getting these like wisps of hair stuck to my face. I kind of feel like by mixing the 2 though, it's more of a color that I prefer. And the shimmer ratio is a little bit more like what I'm looking for. I don't want something completely matte. I don't want something completely shimmer. And I just feel like the pinky one is super shimmery. I don't know. All I can see is the highlighter. It's really bright again, isn't it? Put it down all the way. If I go down anymore, it's gonna go off. See, that's what you get when I turn it off. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if the lighting's all jacked up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows with my pomade. That's not part of my Labor of Love It project. This is part of my Beauty A to Z project. And I'm probably gonna cut this part out. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeshadow primer on. This is my Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I've officially been out of work for the summer, not like without a job, but off for the summer for about 3 weeks now. And it has been everything I hoped it would be. The mornings are so much more relaxed. I am still a sports mom, whatever you call moms who drag their kids around to sports all night long. So my evenings are very busy, but the mornings are relaxed and it is so amazing. It is such a treat. I wish all of you could have 10 weeks off out of every year. I know a lot of people don't have that luxury, and I do appreciate very much that it is a luxury to be able to do that, but I get to not set an alarm and wake up whenever my body wants to wake up. And that is such a wonderful thing. And I've just been loving it so much. Hazel's softball season is over for now. We did sign her up for fall ball, meaning she's going to start back up in the fall, because it turns out she absolutely loves playing softball. This was her first season playing softball. She did do t-ball 2 years ago, but she didn't do anything last year, and she absolutely loves softball. I'm not surprised. Softball is a bit of a more social sport. You know, the girls get to hang out in the dugout. They're doing chants together like little cheerleaders. It's fun, you know, and Hazel is such a social kid. I know a lot of us are not social, somewhat including myself. I mean, I can be social when it's called for, but being a social person doesn't come naturally to me. I'm more comfortable at home by myself than I am out in a crowd. But Hazel needs people. She's a social person, and so it really fills her cup to be in that social environment with a team. But also, she's really good at playing softball. I don't know where she gets it from. It is definitely not from my side of the gene pool. I do not have the ability to hit a ball that is moving towards me with a bat. That skill does not. And I don't have the ability to throw a ball either. Like, I have horrible aim. It's kind of a joke in my family. Like, people will say, do not throw anything, because I will knock something over. I will hurt someone. It's dangerous for me to try and throw something. But she can throw and catch and hit a ball like nobody's business. She's really good at it. She was actually chosen as an all-star. Let me get my next product while I'm talking. We're going to start on the eyes, so I'm going to highlight my brow bone with my Maybelline. She was actually chosen as an all-star, meaning she was chosen by her coaches as one of the top 5 players from her team. And in an ideal world, there would have been an all-star game, but there weren't enough kids in this age group for them to do an all-star game. But she was given like a certificate and an all-star t-shirt, and she was honored at a different all-star game. So I like I said, I don't know where the heck that ability comes from, because it's not from me. Okay, the next step in this eye look, before I get to the products that are part of this Labor of Love It project pan, are the ones I put in my crease and my transition area. I'm going to start with the peachy shade from this Viseart Petite Pro 2 palette. This shade is in my Graveyard project pan, which I need to do an update for today as well. I'm probably going to film that as soon as I'm done filming this video. So I won't be showing you where I'm at with this, but needless to say, it's not gone. I've been falling in love with the shade all over again. Maybe even more than I loved it when it was part of my Pan palette a couple years ago. I don't know what it is about the shade, but I think it's just a super pigmented shade. In the pan, it doesn't look like much, but because it is so pigmented, it really pops on my eyes, and it's just a really pretty shade. It's a pretty peach, and I'm going to drag that on my lower lash line a little bit. So softball's done, but swimming is still going on for Ron. Hazel's season is pretty much over. We had conferences last week. They went until 11 p.m. at night. It was such a late night. The kids were still swimming at 10:30 at night that night. Thank God Hazel's been like sleeping in until 11 because that's when her body naturally wakes up. She's like a little teenager in a 7-year-old's body. But it was a really late night. And so conferences are over. Hazel's season is pretty much done. But Ron is having such a good season that he is qualified for regionals in several events. And so he still has 2 more meets. One is called a last chance meet, and then the regional meet themselves. Now I'm going to go into this peachy shade from my Just Peachy Mattes palette. I've been getting so much use out of the shade with this eye look. I mean, I've been soaking myself in peaches a lot over the last couple weeks, and so I've been getting a lot of use out of this shadow. But he definitely has 2 more meets, and there is a small possibility, a good possibility, there's a definite possibility that he might qualify for state cut in 2 events that he's very close to on. He is the first event. If you're not a swimmer, none of this means anything to you guys, but if you've ever swam, you know what this means. So he swims in the 10 and under group, and for the 100 freestyle, which is 4 laps, or in a 50-meter pool, it's 2 laps. He is 0.3 seconds away from the state cut. And for the 200 freestyle, which is 4 laps or 8 laps, depending on the size of the pool, he is 0.8 seconds away. 0.9 seconds away from the state cut. He's less than a second away on both races. And so he's working really hard in practice to try and make the state cut to possibly go to a state competition, which is a huge jump up from where he was last season. I mean, we weren't talking about any of this last season, and now 6 months later, we're talking about it. And it's kind of exciting because Ron is definitely motivated by his successes. This sport doesn't involve a lot of big trophies. I mean, I was just shocked that Hazel was awarded a trophy like this for going to 1 softball practice a week and doing like 1 or 2 games a week and having fun. And she was given this huge trophy that she now has sitting on a shelf. Ron swims 5 days a week. He goes to competitions on weekend. He is sitting in a pool for 2 hours a night, just working his tail off. And maybe he'll get like a little medal in certain competitions. Maybe he'll get a ribbon. But it really, you have to want to do it either because you just love swimming so much or because you want to win. There's really no other motivation for swimming other than wanting to win. And he's definitely gotten that motivation this season. Like it finally happened. Like he wants to win. So it's exciting, you know, it's just really exciting to see him do that. I wasn't involved in any sports as a child. I did take like dance classes as a child. I took gymnastics for a couple years. I sucked at it. But it's just amazing to see what these kids can do when, you know, given the opportunity. And I'm just amazed at my children. They just seriously amaze me. I definitely think, I think they're both going to be taller than me. I think they're both going to be stronger than me in a lot of ways. And I don't know if I could have ever done what they're doing, even if my parents had started me off in sports at a younger age. But it's really amazing to see them work to such amazing potential. And I kind of love it. All right, let's get on with this eye look. I'm being ridiculous. Okay, the next product that is in my labor of love it is this eye pencil from Avon in the shade Aquamarine. I've already used this twice, so this is going to be my third time using it. Basically what I do with this is I line my upper and lower lash line, and I kind of create a little bit of an outer V with this. And then I blend it out with the blue eyeshadow from my e.l.f. 100 pan palette. And so I kind of use this as a base. This pencil crayon is no joke, you guys. It is very pigmented and unbelievably long lasting. Oh, yeah. That's why I got to go over it with some eyeshadow. You know what? Before that sets, let me just get that eyeshadow out right now. Got to be quick. All right, I'm going to go in with this blue at the bottom here and just kind of go over that. And try to blend it out a little. I'm telling you guys, this thing is no joke. It is so pigmented. All right, I have a little bit of fallout, not too much. I'm gonna do that to the other side next. All right, quick. Are they related? Are they twins? Probably not. Are they sisters? Are they at least cousins? Okay, I'm going to very carefully line my lower lash line with this. I'm not going to do my waterline, although I have with this look sometimes. It works really well in my waterline. But because I'm trying to use every item I have in this project in this look, and one of the items is a black eyeliner, I'm going to put that in my waterline. All right, I just blended that out a little bit with my finger before it set. It looks a little gappy, but I should be able to fix that. I am super impressed with this stick. I am just amazed at how good it is, especially since I've had it for a long time. It's not new, it's old. It's an oldie. Okay, the next item that's in this project is the black eyeliner from Laura Geller. This is going to be my fourth time using it since starting this project, but I've used it a ton before this project started. And I'm just going to go in my waterline with that, and I'll probably cut that part out so you don't have to watch me coloring my waterline. All right, I didn't add any more shadow onto this brush. I just blended out with whatever shadow was already on there. And I think that helped a little. Blues are tricky, man. Don't mess with blues. Okay, the next product that's in this project is my NYX Foil Play in the shade Happy Hippie. This is a cream to powder loose pigment. I don't know how that works, but I do think that some of the creaminess has dried out a bit because of age. So I have been using this little thingamajig that was given to me by Tanya, and pouring some out on it. Palette, is that what you guys call it? And then I add in a drop of my amazing Inglot Duraline. If you don't have it, you need it. Go to Amazon and put it on your wish list. I'm just gonna do 1 drop. That's all I should need. And then I'm going to kind of mix the powder and the Duraline together to form a little bit more of a paste. Like so. See, I can tip it now. And I'm going to apply that to most of my eyelid with my finger. It is such a fun color for summer. I've been loving this in combination with this aquamarine eyeshadow stick. I'm gonna cover up a huge chunk of the eyeshadow stick too, but because of the Duraline, the green and the blue kind of blend together a little bit. Like that. I just picked up a little bit more off the palette. I've done this exact same look, well, I guess twice. And it's so bold and so colorful, and yet I feel like it's so wearable. I mean, mostly because it's summer, you know? I don't know if I would feel like this is so wearable in the month of November. But because it's June going into July, I don't know, I just feel like this is so wearable. Is that crazy? I don't know. So I still have plenty left on the palette. I will save it for next time. That's fine. And the next product I'll be going into is one that I have not used at all in this project yet. It is my Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in Top Yacht. And the reason I haven't used this yet is because I'm still working on my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Couche. And I kind of feel like these 2 shadows, even though they're very different colors, serve the same purpose as an inner corner highlight. Couche is like a taupey silver, and this is a golden, like champagne shade. But either way, I would probably use them both as a lid shade or an inner corner highlight. And I am so close to finishing Couche that I just haven't been able to allow myself to enjoy this yet. But because Nona asked for this video, here I am. So I'm just gonna go on my inner corner and just a smidge onto my eyelid. I really wish my fingers were just a little bit smaller for this job. I love applying my makeup with my fingers, but I do have kind of big hands for a 5'4" female. I also have like freakishly long arms. Like I can reach into cabinets that I shouldn't be able to reach into because I'm only 5'4", but my arms are really long. Fun fact, kind of like an ape. Oh my gosh, do you love it? I love it. So that's basically it for this eye look. Next, I'm gonna put on some setting spray. This is my Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray. This is my summertime go-to. Ooh, don't drop it. I haven't used it since last summer, so I'm really shaking it up good. Oh, okay. It smells so good. All right, hopefully I shook that good enough and there's no like white spots on my face. Next, I'm gonna go into the bathroom and do my cocktail of mascaras. I'm still working with the last of this Essence Volume Booster Primer. I like this very much. And then I've been using a full size of my IT Cosmetics Superhero and a sample size of my Bare Minerals Lash Domination mascara. So this is the cocktail. I'm going to put on my eyelashes right now and I will be right back. my big butt just like sat on the piano. Okay, I am back and the mascara, as you can tell, is on, and all that I have left is lips, and there are two products that I have in my Labor of Love It project pan. One is the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in Dirty Peach, and the other is my Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Poppy. So that's what I'm going to be putting on my lips. I've been really, I think I said earlier with the eyeshadows, I've really been enjoying these peachy shades so much, and I like the way that these lip colors kind of complement the shadows that I have in my crease and transition area. I just feel like it's kind of coordinated, and I know I'm supposed to be working on some other lip products, but peach has just been a go-to for me. I have another peach lipstick in another project, and between these and that product, it's all I've been reaching for day in and day out. I just am obsessed with peach right now. And lime green. Okay, I'm not really filling in my lips, just kind of defining my little outer edge. And then Poppy from Tarte. I do have to be careful with this product. I'm realizing that now that it's quite hot out, I do have the air conditioning on today. I finally caved yesterday and turned the air on because it was hot and humid, and it was like 90 and like you felt like you were underwater. But without the air on, this can get a little bit melty, but it's fine today. Okay, I'm gonna do one last close-up of the eye look. And then I'm gonna move you back so you can get a better look from an appropriate distance. This is the finished look with all of the products that I have in my Labor of Love It project pan. By the way, that project was created by Nicole, who is Tinkerbell Rocks, along with some other project pan items that I'm trying to finish off or finished off today. Yes, I'm so excited. I thought you guys could share in the joy of Xing off every one of these items for today, since I used them all once in this Get Ready With Me, including the perfume. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. I feel so accomplished. And I still managed to use one shade from my Pan Net palette. So, little spoiler, that's currently where I'm at with my Labor of Love It project pan. My goal is to use all those items 10 times, and I'm feeling more and more confident that I will be able to get there before the project ends on Labor Day. I hope you guys enjoy this look. This is really the colors that I've been vibing. Every year is different, every season is different, but this month, this is where my heart is at, and I've been really glad that these are the products I chose to work on for this Labor of Love It project, which is just a super short project only during the summer. And yeah, some of these items hadn't been used in a long time, and I'm really happy to be getting some use out of them. I feel like I could use a little bit more blush, but I'm not gonna mess with it. Or am I? Who are we kidding? I'm gonna mess with it. There. So yeah, I really like the way this look turned out, and I've been having so much fun doing this look, and I plan to keep doing it several more times throughout the summer while this project is going on. I hope the lighting was not horrible. If the lighting is still an issue, I'm gonna have to figure something else out, because I don't know what has changed to make the lighting issues. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that the lighting's okay in this video, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me know. Anyways, that is going to be it for this Get Ready With Me for the month of July 1st. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.